How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good.
Hello?
Hey,
Hi, how's it going?
good. How are you guys?
Exhausted, but yeah, I'm taking one other class. Are you guys doing any other classes besides this one?
Yeah.
Online?
Yeah.
I am on track. I'm in Rexburg right now, and I am taking another online class. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have 4. It's awful. Don't ever do that.
You have 4 classes right now?
Online, all of them. Is the worst
Wow.
idea ever.
Yeah, I understand that. It's tough. No, I'm doing a managerial accounting, and it's kicking my butt. It takes about 85% of my time when it comes to school.
What's
Yeah.
your major?
I have a friend who took that class last semester, and she was busy.
Yeah. Yeah. My major is business management. But
And what
we're
about you, Cody?
Hmm?
What are your major? What is your major?
Applied mathematics. My major is applied mathematics with a minor in economics.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
I have to admit that I haven't had time to even begin reading this chapter, so I don't know how
I
much.
haven't either.
Do you have any there?
Nope.
I'm not sure how much I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to do our best we can then.
Yeah.
Do we want to try? Do we want
Yeah.
to try? Or if none of us have read it, then wait.
You want to wait?
If none of us have read the chapter, it
Okay.
might not be a bad idea. Bhumika, did you say have you read it?
Actually, I never really read the chapter. I just go through the formulas and
Yeah,
stuff
the
like
summary
that,
at the end.
and the main definitions and.
Well, I don't know. Whatever you guys are up for. I guess I'm game to try it if you guys are.
Do we want to start the quiz?
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys there?
It's
I
lesson
am.
11, right?
Wait.
What's that?
Lesson 11, right?
Um.
Money and banking, yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, mine is opening. Okay.
All right. Number one, it says that the main function of the Federal Reserve System is to serve as the fiscal agent for the federal government, to set reserve requirements of banks, to clear checks from member banks, or to control the money supply. What do you guys think?
Control the money supply.
Yeah, I agree.
Which one?
Uh, to control the money supply.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And what I'll do is, yeah, I'll be the one who volunteers to just submit it first, and then whatever ones are wrong, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Number two, the M1 money supply is composed of all coins and paper money held by the general public and the banks, bank deposits of households and business firms, bank deposits and mutual funds, or checkable deposits and currency in circulation. I remember
Read
that.
the last one again. Checkable deposits and currency in circulation.
That sounds right to me.
I believe that's correct as well. Number three, which definitions of the money supply includes only items which are directly and immediately usable as a medium of exchange? M1, M2, neither M1 or M2, or M1 and M2?
Is it just M1? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I think it's just M1, checkable deposits and
One.
circulation, money in circulation.
That's kind of like the definition of
Yeah.
what differs between M1 and M2.
Yeah, they're kind of the same as if I remember correctly, more or less. Well, not the same, but it's like if you have M2, I think M2 is M1 if I remember. But if it's when it comes to just immediate stuff, I think it's just M1.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a liquidity issue, more or less.
Yeah. All right, number 4. Use the following list to answer the question about the money supply. Items: money market mutual funds held by individuals, savings deposits including money market deposit accounts, money market mutual funds held by businesses, currency held by the public, small time deposits, and checkable deposits. Refer to the list above. The M2 money supply is composed of items. Which ones do you think is M2?
Everything that we didn't mark for M1. So not 4. M2 is not 4, right? And there's only... I know
Well,
4 is
4 is
an
listed in all of them, so
Oh, well. Never mind.
it was 6.
Well, is checkable deposit M1 and M2 both?
Yeah, I
Because,
think so.
yeah, because there is no option without number 6, and we did checkable deposits for M1. So is it possible that it is for both? I don't remember.
The only ones that vary are 1 and like 5. 4's on all of them, and 2's on all of them, and all of them.
Okay.
So the main ones are 1 and 5 that we need to decide between. The first 3 have 1, and then there's only one missing 5, which is the second to last one.
Okay.
Money market funds and small time deposits.
Is money
I
market
want to say the last one.
mutual funds held by businesses included in M2?
By businesses?
Yeah.
3? Oh, I guess 3 is different too, huh?
I think it's all of them except 3.
Yeah, I think so
The
too.
second option?
Yeah, I think it's all of them but 3.
Okay, so that's the option number 2, right?
Correct.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Alrighty, number 5. One reason that near monies are important is because they simplify the definition of money and therefore the formulation of monetary policy. They can be easily converted into money or vice versa, and thereby can influence the stability of the economy. They do not reflect the level of consumer spending, but they have a critical impact on saving and investment in the economy. Credit cards synchronize one's expenditures and income, thereby reducing the cash and checkable deposits one must hold.
I think it's the second one.
Second one, yeah, because vice versa. Yeah, it can be transferred so easily.
Just efficacy.
All right, number 6. The Federal Open Market Committee provides advice on banking stability to the Fed, monitors regulatory banking laws or member banks, sets policy on the sale and purchase of government bonds by the Fed, follows the actions and operations of financial markets to keep them open and competitive.
I'm not sure, but I think FOMC has something to do with setting policies.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards too, the third one.
Yeah.
I agree. Number 7. When a banker records how many dollars each of his borrowers owes the bank, money is serving as a store of value, unit of account, medium of exchange, or legal tender.
Unit.
Which one?
Second one.
Second one, unit of account.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, in that context.
Number 8, money functions as a store of value if it allows you to measure the value of goods in a reliable way, make exchanges in a more efficient manner, delay purchases until you want the goods, increase your confidence in money.
The third one, right?
Third one.
All right. Number 9, United States currency has value primarily because it is legal tender, is generally accepted in exchange for goods and services, and is backed by the gold and silver of the federal government. Is generally acceptable in exchange for goods and services, is backed by the gold and silver of the federal government, and facilitates trade. Is relatively scarce, is legal tender, and is generally acceptable in exchange for goods and services. Facilitates trade, is legal tender, and permits the use of credit cards and near monies.
I'm going to say the first one.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with credit cards or near monies.
No, definitely doesn't. I mean, the second one sounds kind of right, but I don't think the facilitates trade. I mean, that's a use of it, but it's not like it's value.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I
It's
think
a little bit off, but that's the closest one, so I'd say the first.
I think it could be the third one too. Relatively.
Well, I wouldn't say it's relatively scarce. That sounds a little bit.
Just generally acceptable.
But one of the key points of the value is definitely the backed by the gold and silver of the federal government. That's one of the. That is one of the primary reasons that currency has value, is because it's tied to that. So I would go with the first one.
You want to? Okay.
Okay.
We'll go to number 10. If the purchasing power of dollars is falling, then it follows that the price index is falling, the price index is rising, nominal incomes are falling, interest rates are rising.
The second one.
Yeah, price index is rising.
A bank has $2 million in checkable deposits. In the bank's balance sheet, this would be part of assets, liabilities, capital stock, or net worth. I think assets, right?
I'm not sure on this one.
I mean,
It's not quite an asset because if it's checkable deposits.
the reason why I'm saying that, maybe would it be referred to as like accounts receivable or something like that? Or am I just off on that one?
I'm not totally sure. Because I'm not sure it's an asset because I'm not. I mean, I feel, is that money? I'm a little fuzzy, I think, on the definition of a checkable deposit. Does that money that belongs to the bank, or is that money that the bank is holding?
I can look it up real quick.
Because I think it's what it's holding. I don't that like can be written out from the bank that people have deposited there. In which case, it's not their assets because it doesn't belong to them. But it might be capital stock or net worth. It might be capital stock because they have access to it to lend out. That's part of the deal when you deposit there.
The Google answer says it consists of any demand deposit account against which checks or drafts of any kind may be written. Includes checking, savings, money market accounts. They also include any kind of negotiable draft, such as negotiable order or SuperNow account. If that makes any sense.
I'm just trying to figure out whether that means their own checking or their customers.
Yeah. Balance sheet.
I think it is the money deposited by the people, and it's checkable. So, I mean, people could withdraw it or convert it into check anytime. So it would be a liability to the bank because it has to pay back. It's like the bank can't like keep it forever.
Okay, I can understand that.
Talk to. I'm pretty sure it's not assets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree on
I don't think it's a
liability?
liability either because they're just holding it. It's not like they owe it to somebody else. It just belongs to somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, it could be capital stock too.
I would guess capital stock. That sounds what it's like to me because it's not their net worth either. It's not an asset or a liability because it doesn't
It's
really
not net
belong to
worth
them
or
that way.
asset.
But it's money that they hold, but they are capable of using it for capital investment to make more money when they lend it out, when they lend it back out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
it could
doesn't
be
belong to
capital
them.
stock.
Which makes it so they can give you tiny little dividends and whatnots, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I
All
feel
right.
like capital stock.
That makes sense to me then. I'll go ahead and go with that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
capital stock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 12. The required reserve ratio is equal to a commercial bank's checkable deposit liabilities divided by its required reserves. A commercial bank's required reserves divided by its checkable deposit liabilities. A commercial bank's checkable deposit liabilities multiplied by its excess reserves, or a commercial bank's excess reserves divided by its required reserves. Let's look this one up.
Hey, so why does it say checkable deposit liabilities so many times here? This is
I don't know. Do you want to just keep it as a capital stock then, or do you want to change it to liabilities, or?
I don't know. I'm like still super confused. I'm 50-50 about it.
Oh, are we back on 11? The ratio definition. I don't know. I say
That's
if
capital
Derek is
stock.
planning on submitting first, then he should decide which one we want to risk.
Okay, that's true. That's true. I'm gonna go ahead and just. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at capital stock, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll find out. If it's not, then sorry.
Okay. Which one do you? So required reserve ratio. Let's see here equals. I've had no time this week to read. I just tomorrow I have my day off, so I'll be able to read then. But just the way things have been going. All right. Where is it? Formula ratios. Required reserve ratio formula. Says you can calculate the reserve ratio by converting the percentage of deposit required to be held in reserves.
Into a fraction.
Fraction, which will tell you what fraction of each dollar of deposits must be held in reserves. Things require reserves. You can also go to the book right here and figure it out.
Yeah, the book is probably going to have the definition that we need.
Yeah.
Just judging because I googled it too.
All right, I'll go there real quick.
Wait, does it say? I feel like it might be the second one, but I guess we'll see in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the second one too.
Yeah, it's like the percentage of the money that it would have to pay out that it has to keep on reserve out in emergencies.
Okay. Okay. All right, number 13. You can tell we're getting to the end of this trimester. Figures on the table below are for a single commercial bank. All the figures are in thousands. Refer to the data given above. The reserve ratio is 10%, and a check for $10,000 is drawn and cleared in favor of another bank. Then the actual reserves of the bank will still be 40,000, decrease 10,000, decrease 11,000, decrease 9,000. Would it be to decrease 11,000 because
I think so, because of the 10% change.
Yeah. So 11,000, right?
Yeah.
All right. Number 14. Money is created when a depositor deposits money at the bank. A bank grants a loan to customers. Someone lends money to a friend or family member. People use money to pay for stuff, then buy from one another.
I don't think it's the first and the last one, or the last one.
Or number 3, right?
I think it's one of the second or the third.
Someone lends money to a friend or family member. Let's see here.
I'm inclined to say either the second or the last one.
The last one?
Yeah. Kind of. But I feel like we agree the most on the second one.
Yeah, I agree too. Because wouldn't it be a transfer for the last one? Just a transfer of currency?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Number 15. The federal funds rate is the rate that banks pay for loans from the Fed, the U.S. Treasury, other banks, or large corporations.
I'm pretty sure it's the other banks.
Okay. Cody?
I guess I don't know because I haven't reviewed it as much, but I feel like it would be the U.S. Treasury because if it's talking about federal funds rate, that means that you should be accessing federal funds, not other banks' funds.
Right.
And the U.S. Treasury is the organization that is in control of federal funds.
Okay. Yeah. Federal funds are overnight borrowings between banks and other entities to maintain their bank reserves at the Federal Reserve.
Hey, did we do the second one for 14th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Banks keep reserve at Federal Reserve. Banks loans from funds rate. Depository institution and I know I'm kind of I kind of believe it's other banks. Like she was saying.
That's the other banks then.
Yeah. Number 16. If Bank A has excess reserves of 1 million and all other banks in the system do not have any excess reserves, then the amount of additional loans that can be made by the banking system will be any idea on this one?
I think it's just $1 million, right? Because if that's the only excess money, then that's the money that they have access to.
Okay.
Because if you don't have excess reserves, then you can't do anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree to that. All right, number 17. When people withdraw money from their deposits in the banking system, the excess reserves of the banking system will decrease. The excess reserves of the banking system will increase. Excess reserves of the banking system will not be affected. Money supply will immediately decrease. It's not the last one, I don't think.
I think it's the second one.
Okay.
Because what they were saying were like, you take the money out and then they don't have to keep money on reserve for that money once you release it. And since they're keeping like 10% more than that on the back end to protect your money, then that extra 10% gets freed up when you take your money out, and they don't have to keep it in reserve.
Okay. Alrighty, I agree with that. That makes sense to me.
The second one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 18. The fractional reserve system of banking started when goldsmiths began accepting deposits of gold for safe storage, charging people who deposited their gold, using deposited gold to produce products for sale to others, issuing paper receipts in excess of the amount of gold held.
Yeah, I think it's this one, the last one.
Last one?
Mm-hmm.
Paper receipts for gold. That makes sense.
All right. Yeah, I believe that's the right one, too.
Sounds like the transition between from gold to paper money.
All right, the next one is a pure math problem. If the required reserve ratio were 15%, the value of the monetary multiplier would be one of those numbers. Okay. Let me try to look online here.
I am.
Okay, money multiplier is equal to 1 divided by the required reserve ratio. So we did math.
Divided by 0.15.
Yeah, 1 divided by
0.14.
I'm getting 6.67. So the second one.
Oh.
I didn't have a calculator, I wasn't totally sure, but
Number 20. The balance sheet below is for the First Federal Bank. Assume the required reserve ratio is 20%. Refer to the above information. The monetary multiplier is 3, 4, 5, or 6.67.
right?
I believe so.
I think the balance sheet is basically just throwing you off. I don't think any of that information affects it, since the monetary multiplier is the exact same as the last problem.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 over 20% is just going to be 5.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm about to submit this and let you guys know what we missed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we missed 5. Let me see which ones.
Five?
Yeah.
Beer monies?
Okay, number 9 is the first one.
Hey, what's the answer for 5 then?
No, we missed 5 total. We didn't miss number 5. We missed 5 problems.
Yeah, the first mistake is on number 9.
Okay.
The answer is it's relatively scarce, is legal tender, and is generally acceptable in exchange for goods and services.
Boomika had it.
Yeah, that was correct. Yeah.
That was confusing.
All right. Next one is number 11. And yeah, you were right. It should have been liabilities. Number 13. It will decrease 10,000.
Okay.
I had no idea about this one.
And number 16. It is a multiple of $1 million. The third one.
A multiple of $1 million. Okay.
Number 17
Mm-hmm.
is the first option. Excess reserves of the banking system will decrease.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
Next week I will try to be more prepared.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
This is a hard week. I had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously you have stuff going on all the time, Cody, with the 4 classes. But yeah, I'll go ahead and submit this video and get it up there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks,
You guys are
Derek.
superstars.
Thanks
Have a
for
good night.
Right. Bye.
Bye. Good night.